Alright, next thing I've discovered on this braking system, the pad for the brake on this motor here is pretty much seized up on the housing of the motor. I don't know how well you can see it here, but see this thing here. This felt pad should be on the back of this, on the back of the strap. You see how it is down here? See how there it is on the strap, and it's used just to brake the motor. This one's all messed up here. Okay, so I've gone ahead and glued the strip back onto this metal belt, and I just used some JB Weld to do that, and I think it should hold. Let's see. Yeah, looks like that's holding pretty good. So now we're going to go ahead and just put the belt back together and move on to the next part. The next thing I'm going to do is clean the heads on the machine, and you can probably see here that the heads are pretty dirty. So I'm just going to use some rubbing alcohol on a Q-tip and just give these things a clean. Alright, I'm going to come back after I've gotten this pretty much cleaned up. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is take out all these boards and clean them up. Clean up the connections to the motherboard here, all the way through with the switching sections, the amplifier sections, everything on here. Okay, so here we found an issue. As you can see, this board here is cracked, and so several of these traces have been interrupted. So what I'm going to try to do here is to I'm going to put epoxy up on this side of the board. And then when that's set, I'm going to go ahead and just scrape some of these traces off and just lay a piece of wire or something, or maybe even just solder across those. Alright, mix this up. give it a good smearing over here. No reason to be stingy on this. I'd rather it not look very pretty, but still hold really tight. Okay, so let's go ahead and give this about an hour to cure, and then I'll be back and we'll deal with the broken traces. Okay, so apparently my camera wasn't on when I was doing this repair, but what I did is I scraped across the these broken leads across these broken traces. I went ahead and laid a bead of solder across them, and then I've gone ahead and just insulated them with a little bit of nail polish. So just to show that everything's working fine here, this trace here goes to here. Okay, this one here goes over to here. This one here just is doing an empty arm, so that's not really going, can't test that one. This one here goes to here. So we're good to go. Okay, everything's working. This is ready to put back into the tape player, and for us to continue on with the repair. Okay, so I've got the boards all cleaned and put back, and I'm running into another problem here. Let me just plug this in and I'll show you what's going on. So turn this on and watch the VU meters here as it warms up. Getting horrific noise. Turn this up a little bit. You can hear that there. Alright, so it's on stereo, it's coming out of the right. When I'm putting it into heads 3 and 2, we're getting it here. When I put it into heads 1 and 4, no noise. Okay. Okay, so the erase head and the recording head go to here. So I'm going to pull those out. So what I'm trying to see if it's the heads or if it's the amplifier. So I'll take out the recording heads, and the playback head goes through here, actually goes to the power board or to the speed controller, and then back into here. So I'm going to take that out as well, and we'll see if that cures it. Now if the noise is gone, then I know the noise is coming from the heads. Alright. Back on here. Alright, and you can see if I turn the volumes, that really doesn't make any difference at all. Over here, turn the volumes, really doesn't make any difference at all. Alright, so if I had to guess, I would say that the noise is probably coming from the playback board. And the reason that is because off camera what I did is I tried the source here. So I put a microphone in here and tested that, and it was perfectly fine. And you can see as soon as we go from tape to source, that goes away. Alright. So back on tape. So this is playback coming from the tape. And we have the noise. Take it to source, which bypasses the playback amplifier, and we have no noise. So that's what makes me think it's the playback amplifier. So I'm going to pull that board out and have a look at it. Okay. All right, here's the moment of truth. Perfect. All right, well, I just changed the main belt on this thing. And unfortunately, I didn't have the camera running. I realized too late that I didn't have it running. But to change it, you have to remove the head assembly and the drive here, and the motor sits in behind here. And I don't think you can see it, but basically the belt runs from here through here, and it's a bitch to get on. So kind of glad I didn't have it on, because I probably was swearing a whole lot. And just want to make sure that that isn't where it's supposed to be. All right, but let's go ahead and change out this belt here. This one shouldn't be as bad. What is bad is trying to film this and do it at the same time. Alright, that one is on. And let's see, one more. It goes from here. Where does that go to? To here, I think. Okay, that's the belts. Now next thing I'm going to do is put it back in the case and see how it does. Okay, so here we go. We've got a tape on. Turn the power on. Lights come up. Go ahead and play. Oh, forgot this one. There we go. Okay, now we can hit play. We got some copyright music on here, so I'm not going to run it very long. Okay, Fast forward. Works good. Reverse. I think there's some Ray Charles on this other side. And go back to rewind. Stop it. Forward.
You enjoyed yourself last night, dear.
Okay, so that's it. That's the Akai GX reel-to-reel repair. I hope you liked it, and if you did, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, give me some suggestions on other repairs that you'd like to see, and as always, thanks for watching.